A northern Islamic scholar had cried out, I call this confession time. He said, they misled us into believing that Goodluck Jonathan is our problem. Every mosque, every cleric preach against his administration, saying that if you vote for him, you are no longer a Muslim. Look at where we are today. Too much suffering and insecurity. A northern Islamic scholar. You see, one of the problems of Nigeria currently, I think Nigeria should start by apologizing to Goodluck Jonathan. You know, sometimes when you want to gain favor from God, the first thing to do, if you are having problem always, first thing is to go and ask for forgiveness from those you've offended, and you know. You know, there are people you've offended, and you know you offended them. I have not asked for forgiveness. The best thing Nigeria should do is to go and apologize to Goodluck Jonathan. You see, every Nigeria owes Goodluck Jonathan an apology. Especially those that castigated him, those that didn't vote for him then. If you know that you had something, you said something, you acted against Goodluck Jonathan, it's still time. Thank God Goodluck Jonathan is still alive. Every Nigerian that has acted against Goodluck Jonathan owe him an apology. This is what a northern Islamic scholar is saying. Confession time. They misled them in believing that Goodluck Jonathan is the problem. They say your administration is your problem. All mosques and every cleric preach against his administration. Today, look at where we are. Too much suffering and insecurity. Do you know that Goodluck Jonathan, oh, you see God in heaven? There is God. Oh. You see God? There is God. And God knows how best to repay everybody. You see God? He knows how best to pay everybody. He knows everybody more than you do. God knows you more than you know yourself. So he knows how to pay everybody. You see Nigeria, yeah? If you see what Goodluck Jonathan did to the north, during his administration, Goodluck Jonathan, he built school. I am telling you what I know very well. If you go to the northern part of the country, Goodluck Jonathan built school for them. Not only that, he was paying them every month. That was around 2011. After 2011, Goodluck Jonathan was paying primary, secondary school in the north. Go and check. Goodluck Jonathan, or whatever you have his name, or whatever his name is, was paying primary and secondary school students in the northern part of the country. I don't want to talk about the schools he built, because he believed that what they need is education. Education is what the northern part of the country need. They abandoned it, they don't care. Every month is paid, they don't care. Today, look at where they are. Like I said earlier, if you're one of those that had or that contributed or supported any move against Goodluck Jonathan, you can go and write it on your page. You owe Goodluck Jonathan an apology. Nigerians owes Goodluck Jonathan apology. Look at the confession time. Goodluck Jonathan tried for the North. He tried for them. He provided basic amenities, schools, the one I know very well. He paid them every month allowance. I've never seen such. He gave them allowance, monthly allowance. Have you seen where students are receiving allowance? Goodluck Jonathan did it his own time to the Northerners. He paid them monthly allowance after building school because he knew that what they need is education. They turned everything down. At the end of the day, they came against him. Today, look at where they are. A Northern Islamic scholar is confirming it. Too much suffering, hunger, and insecurity. It's not only hunger, but insecurity. You'll be dying of hunger, and someone will come and buy you. The worst thing that can happen to you is that you are hungry. You are trying to know what you can do about your hunger. Somebody will come and buy you, unalive you, for nothing. That is where we are today. Every Nigeria, especially those that contributed to the removal of Goodluck Jonathan as the president of Nigeria then, you owe him an apology. You owe him apology. Nigeria as a government owe Goodluck Jonathan apology.
You see this man here? This Barack Obama, na black Jesus. Barack Obama, na black Jesus. I need to pour that man's feet for face. Barack Obama, no be better person. Child. From this revelation, from these findings now, I don't understand why Goodluck Ebele Jonathan will always remain the most powerful and influential African in the world. Now I understand. Say, so all these things wey dey happen for Goodluck Jonathan tenure and wey even happen reach Buhari own. So now US people dey do all these things. So now Barack Obama put leg for ground. Say he stayed, Buhari no go become president. Comot Jonathan. Say make Nigeria scatter. God abeg o. Thank God say finally Goodluck Ebele Jonathan as a wisdom man vehemently asserted. I remember that day. I no go fit forget that day. I remember Goodluck Jonathan come out and he said something where posterity will always remember that man for. Goodluck Jonathan said, the blood of no Nigerian is worth to be sacrificed for anybody's political ambition. Now I understand. Most of the insecurities, most of the pie, now all about political interest.
2027 presidential election will be hot. Like the Northerners are waking up right now. Did you see this man? He is a Northern Islamic scholar. He don't depart out. Say that no Northern leader or politician will mislead them again. He confessed to say that in 2015, say that they were misled into believing that Goodluck Jonathan was the problem. They say that every mosque and every cleric in the north literally preached against Goodluck Jonathan administration, saying that if anybody in the north voted for Goodluck, so that person is no longer a Muslim. Now, look where they are. Look at the suffering the same savior they preach to them has brought to them. Say that too much suffering and insecurity. Said it no go happen again in 2027. No northern leaders has a right or can even stand to mislead them into believing, into voting anybody. Say now they don't wise. Wahala. Say they don't wise or they are wiser now. Because before, northerners are the main problem. You give them spaghetti, they will vote anybody who asks them to vote. If you give them sachets of water, if you give them rice, if you give them beans, they will vote for anybody. Now, I think should I call this growth? Because right now, many of them can now see that rice are not worth their votes. Bag of rice or cups of rice or cups of beans are not worth their votes or selling their votes. It doesn't worth it.
I will say, President Goodluck Jonathan, I, Milai Daniel Dino, haven't seen what you did as president and the sorry state of our country today. I want to publicly say, once I was blind, now I can see. President Goodluck Jonathan, you are a good man. I fear no soul, I will respect souls. So whatever I say here is out of conviction, and I'm ready to carry my cross. You are a good man, you have a good heart, and you are a gentleman by excellence. I am very proud of you, sir. Throughout your reign as president, I was never arrested over the night for one day. I was on the streets almost every day protesting against you and your ministers. But I was never arrested by the SSS or the police and sleep over for one day. President Goodluck Jonathan, on behalf of all of us who shot blindly, we are sorry. Very, very sorry. I did not appreciate what you did by that call, because I felt that call is what is the reason why we are where we are. I felt that call is the reason why we are where we are. Because I started feeling, why did you even make that call? You are a fantastic Nigerian in the political hemisphere and firmament of this country. and your sun has not gone down. I want to say he has given an example of himself. It is left for us politicians in this country to emulate this one single Nigerian with multiple competencies, always smiling. Whenever he sees me, he will greet me, pat me by the back, and even welcome me into his house.
People that are blaming for this, Reverend Father Baka, he told everybody that God has brought Buhari, that Buhari is a good man. Adeboye, protest during Jonathan time. Or the Kumuyi, Ayedekpo, all these people, they are the people who are putting Nigerians, who put Nigerians to this situation that we are facing today. Today, these people are not saying anything anymore about what is going on. The hardship Nigerians has been going. Problems upon problems. In this country, we are the Christian leaders, the people who impose Buhari on us, the people who say Buhari is a true man from God. Today, we are these men of God. To tell you that they are all fakes. Fake man of God everywhere. There's no man of God in Nigeria. All of them are fake. All of them. They make us to suffer so that we believe whatever they are saying on their pulpits. Because they want the Nigerians' mind to be poor, to be brainwashed, so that their sanity can be taken away from them. So therefore, they can't speak. That's what these people impose on Nigerians. These people are working with the government. And this is the reason why Nigerians are doomed today. Because a lot of Nigerians are still brainwashed. They have never, and they will never wake up on that slumber.
Lokacin Jonathan, me bai faru a kasan nan ba. Lokacin Jonathan duk arewa babu wani masallaci da bayan alkuru an ta tsine wa Jonathan ba. Kuka ce Jonathan alkuru kuka ta tsine mar. Kuka ce Jonathan Kirista ne ya bari ana ta kashe musulmai. Ko ce da gangan Jonathan ya bari ya kuce ta ce da gangan ya bari. Kuka ce Jonathan dan kudu ne. Dan ya ga yan arewa ake kashewa shi yasa yake da mataki. Da yan kudu ake kashewa. Da Jonathan ya dauki mataki. Jonathan Kirista ne, musulmi ake kashewa, shi ya za yi duk masallacin arewa aka ta alkudu, aka ta tsine ba Allah nan ba dare ba rana, aka ce da gangan ya bari. Manya-manyan arewa suka ta rubuta petition against Jonathan Goodluck. Da siyasa ta zo, kisan wayannan malaman suka yi amfani da ayoyin Alkur'ani, ya yi wallazina amanu la tattakizu yahuda wannan harawliya ba'dhum awliya ba'dun بعدين ومن يتولهم منكم فإنه منهم شك كبير غombe ya fasara ayan 2014-15 lokacin zabe yace ومن يتولهم منكم duk wanda ya zabi Jonathan daga cikin ku fa innahu minhum ya zama arne ya koma kafiri haka shek kabir gombe ya fada allazina yatakizuna alkafirina awliya min dunil mu'minin kabir gombe ya fasara ayan da yace duk wanda ya zabi arne Jonathan ya ɗaukaka kafirci akan musulunci saboda haka ya zama arne. Na rantse da Allah haka suka yi amfani da ayoyin Qur'ani da hadisan manzon Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Hi, welcome back. If I were Jonathan, I would not accept any apology from any Nigerian because everybody was against him during his time, especially those people from the south. They were against him. Maybe we know they put and say, okay, now only people from the north took Jonathan down. Now the enemies within Jonathan, they were the one who brought him down. So you coming out to say, or you coming out to push everything on northern people that it is northerner that cause all this thing. See, you should be ashamed of your own self because it's not only northerner. Now we were here because I could remember how everything happens then. Let me explain something. You know that a lot of people were on the street saying that Jonathan must go. And why they did not support then was because they knew that it was their own brother that was coming to power. So they had to do that. If they didn't do that, there's no way they will, succeed in getting this power back to their side. So they just use us Let me say they use every one of us, because even me talking now, I cannot exclude myself from how it happened then, because even as at then, I wasn't, although I knew that Jonathan was good then, but why I was not happy with him was because, a lot of churches and, mosques, there were a lot of attacks in those places. There was no day that they don't attack any church on Sunday during the Jonathan regime. Although I know that Jonathan was not, so it was not the person who was even doing that. We know how all those things were pushed against him, but why I was not happy with him, it's just because Jonathan had that, power to tackle or to buy or to eliminate anybody that was attacking the church then, but he didn't do it. That is why it seems like me, I was not, that one thing I've noticed about Jonathan is this. He never wanted any lives to just go down just because of him. Even you being a terrorist or being an armed robber, he never wants your own blood. He prefer amnesty given to you than to just go and, unalive you. That is what I have studied about Jonathan, and that is why I disliked his tenure, not him personally. I liked what he had done to the people of Nigeria as a whole, because even as at then, I knew that, okay, this man was the best. Not now that he had, not now that he's not in power anymore. I knew it before that this man is among the best. You coming out to tell us that he didn't know that Jonathan was the best, or coming out to say that you want to apologize. See, I beg, with all due respect, just take your apology away, because Jonathan is always and will remain the best. Because even when that man, even when he came out, he just, that he just came out of power. Not just because he was, defeated by Buhari, but he decided to come out, to just took himself out of those things, because he knew that if he did not come out, a lot of lives were going to be down. So he had to, even when he just came out, you know what he did? He took his phone and called this man called Buhari that this also didn't, you are the one who won it. So he even congratulates Buhari. For you to know the kind of, person where we say this Jonathan B. And if you look at Dino Melaye, where we say he did hear the talk, Dino Melaye was somebody that was on the streets campaigning against Jonathan. Then, if you know the story about Dino Melaye, you will know that Dino Melaye was part of those that removed Jonathan. But what happened? When he was doing all those stuff against Jonathan never one day came out to say that they should go and arrest Dino Melaye like the way the other president do. You know that the other president, like the president that we've had in this country, most of them, once you start doing anything that will like bring bad name to their government, they just use the military to arrest it. But when Dino was doing that thing against Jonathan never say anything. He was even locked up. He didn't say anything. Dino has come on to tell the world that Jonathan is the best now today. See, Dino, make una shut up. Una dey among people where we say una use the people of the middle belt's head. Una dey among people where we say una just confuse Nigerians. That is why even when the same Buhari you campaign for, then arrested you, I was happy because una, where be politicians, you guys are using Nigerians' head. Una don't even know where una dey. Una don't know where una stand. Una don't know una stand. Now una they make us they take wrong decision. That is all I can say today. And for all of you that is here now, or all of you that want to say something, people drop it below. Thank you.